Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This has been about a good hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes of my little time. But I haven't had to record a lot of videos this week. So it's nice to just be able to sit here and just chat a bit with you guys. I really have been enjoying the Purple Walls car conversations when she drives and she just talks about different things that's going on in her life or what's on her mind, and I really like that. Miss Sharon, I might not say her last name right, but Sharon G, she has a YouTube channel, and sometimes she does like car drive videos, so I've really been liking that as well. Alex uploaded a very nice tour type of video, and she showed us around certain spots in New York, which I wanted to see something that day that was different. And I came home after a busy day, showered, and when I sat down to watch YouTube, I'm like, you know what, I'm just not in the mood to look at another video about things. I think I'm almost at a thing overload. Stuff and things. I wanted to look at something of substance, but I wasn't quite ready to go look at some documentaries because I'm very big on history. If I go back to school, it would be religious studies, mythologies, and folklore, and history, because I really, really like learning about the development and origins of things and the transition of things and how one culture or society, especially in conquering, something being conquered and took over, how they lose their identity and then their belief system gets morphed by whomever took over, or how they tried to hold on to some basis of their root way of doing things, but then also the influence of the conqueror is laced in there. So I like stuff like that. Anyways, that's kind of my intro to this video. Just going right in, telling you guys what I've been watching a little bit of. But my watch time is reduced some, just because I'm reading more. And I found right away that that was going to have to be a personal sacrifice that I'd be willing to make. That what do you really want to do? And that's this book. This book is challenge. This book is it's probing the soul. It's really getting in there in a tangible, doable way, and it's presenting information in situations, and then you're seeing the relatability. I am, and just where in this, it's perfect timing. This book is perfect timing, and going through one of the chapters, you know, it was just really talking about building your outline. What is it that you really want to get accomplished, and which change, because we change. It's kind of what Tony Robbins calls the blueprint, your life blueprint. And one thing I wanted to get back to that really brings me joy is reading. And I found that reading and journaling, it took a back seat to TV and social media. And that was one of the first things I said. In order for me to really give this book my, attention, and I got to build back up my reading pace because I haven't been doing it as frequent. I was going to have to cut back on videos and cut back on how much time I was on being on television, which is my second love, but I want to read more. And it's not just that. It's it's a lot of things. You got to get to the heart of what will really make you happy. And what is it that you truly want to do? Internally, let that speak to you. And then you figure out how will you go about executing it. And what if you have to maneuver and put things in its proper place, where will those things that you truly want to do go? And so it's not quite what I wanted to talk about, but it's what I'm talking about. So anyhow, after I record this video, and I'm going to go back there and get one of them going so it can upload tonight, I'm going to read. And I'm determined to at least get a chapter or two read today. And that's kind of the gauge, a chapter or two every other day is kind of been how I've been slushing through it. And I've been enjoying it, and I've been learning a lot and having certain things refreshed and stirred up, which needs to be. I think we can get very stagnant with the monotony of life and start feeling stuck. And that is not a way any human being should feel. You're supposed to always feel that you're in a position to change and to evolve and to grow and try new things and experience new things and not feel locked or closed in. So again, this book in particular, I'll come back and speak more plainly, more clearer about what's in the book, and I'll have the points that I want to make page flagged and stuff like that. What I was watching a documentary, I've watched a couple in the last couple of days. I've watched The Origins of Geisha and the Shop Girl establishment and the servants, the downstairs servants to main estates, and how the hierarchy worked in those settings, upstairs, downstairs, and then the placement of the servants. And as I was watching one of these documentaries, the Shop Girl one, it was mentioned that Betty Crocker wasn't real. That's not funny. Betty Crocker is a fictitious character created for women to have a model to emulate. And it was to drive product sales. So the average housewife would want to aspire to be Betty Crocker, who wasn't even real. It was a marketing ploy and tactic. And so I had messaged my daughter, and I was like, isn't this something? And it really got my mind kind of going, like, how many things that's a marketing tool, not the apparent stuff. I'm talking about the more, I don't want to say salacious, the things that's a little bit more under the current, that it's to shape your idealism of what the modern 21st century woman is supposed to be, feel, and look like. What is she supposed to do? And I thought, wow, how many women probably never knew she wasn't real. She would have a article or whatever in magazines and in newspapers and things like that, and would write as someone was writing as though Betty Crocker was real, and would be giving out little tips and how you would entertain, how you would present this, and so forth and so on. And I guess, does it matter if she was real or not real? Was the tips helpful or useful? But it's just the idea of this is the American standard of, at that time, what a housewife is supposed to be. And this is how you're supposed to do things. And this is the standard that we're setting. And here are all the products that you need to buy to do this, to live this particular type of life correctly. And it's still happening. And I just thought, you know what? I had something else I wanted to talk about. I was like, that's what I want to talk about. How do y'all feel about that? Did you know Betty Crocker wasn't real? She ain't real. She's some men at a table that sat down and came up with this idea, because products, packaging, and the illusion of living a certain life, that replaced the salesperson. And it gave the customer something to go in the store and know what they were trying to buy and why they were trying to buy it. And it's to attach it to the way they run their household. And it's a thought. It's implanting an image of existence into someone and making them feel like this is how you need to be. And then this becomes how a person adapts, molds, and creates their personal aspiration and blueprint, because this is what they're feeling like. That bar, this is what I need. I'm trying to get like this, and so we need to have all these particular type of items, and I need to dress like this, and I need to have this in my collection, and you see the commerce. So you implant those ideas in someone's head, you get them to buy into the belief of whatever, and then in exchange for that false idea, sometimes it's usable and real, they give you their money. And then you're literally buying into that. So that's what I wanted to present to you guys. I hope my little topics don't be too, heavy. I'm not trying to come off like that. This is just how I am. This is how I think. And feel free to drop down how you think about, something like this. I think in connection with reading this book, when it starts, the questions that is being asked and discussed is more of what she's talking about right now. But inside, it starts stirring up feelings. You start wanting, start working out what's your mission statement, what's your personal statement, what's your philosophy. When you start thinking more about you, this is when you really need to have a true self identity and truly know what you believe in and what type of human being you would like to be. And even as it changes, you're still having that conversation with yourself, and you're still outlining your goals accordingly, and that your purchases bounces off your goals. Your choices, they all work with each other. And when you don't really know, or you're allowing outside entities, whether it's family, whether it's spouse, friends, media, whatever, to tell you you're going to be, it's something in the scripture about just wavering, just moving and shifting because you have no sincere foundation. And I think that right there, once you kind of know, then these little gimmicks will be way less effective to not effective. And it's nothing wrong with having a clean, nice house. I'm never saying that. And it's not wrong with learning how to bake a cake. It's the idealism, the ideas that's being festered and tunneled, channeled to you to feel like this is the way to do it. This is the right way. And the women who are able to do it on this scale, you're more worthy than supreme, and so forth, and it just gives all these different thoughts. And it's just like what the H. So yeah, I thought I would pop on here with that. And I think next week something has always kind of been on my heart to talk about, and I've shared it with my daughter a little bit, but I'm going to probably record it. But it kind of branches off what I'm talking about today. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day, and comment your thoughts below. Peace.